kept in here at the point by Madziev. He throws this one down, and Nick Parmelo along the boards. He'll get bodied off the puck by Paul Meek, trying to set something up here into the slot. Nick Parmelo forcing him along the boards once again. Joe Clark battling with Paul Meek down low as this one comes out into the slot. A shot is blocked. Played up by Bryce Leaguer. He kind of blew a tire. He fanned on the pass as well. Colby Donovan right there, but Bryce Leaguer gets it back and allowed Sergei Anisimov to come off the bench and go onto the ice for the line change as he was able to he blew a tire. However, it was kind of efficient in a way as he let them do what he was trying to do. Seconds, throws this one off the boards, goes down low. Jason St. Pierre wrists this one around, trying to find Sergei Anisimov. Anisimov will get pinned up along the boards as he comes out of the scrum. It goes on over to Nick Parmelo. The smooth skating young defenseman throws this one off the boards, trying to find Sam Frechette. It's past him. He actually had his back to the puck. However, Anisimov finds this one in the zone, goes on over to Peyton Hughes. This one's kept in by Iguza. He'll fire the first official shot in this one. Easy save there by Shane on the dot versus Clark. As Mastrouni wins his back, however, good hustle there by Kennedy to take it away. He'll find Bryce Leaguer. Leaguer along the half wall. He got forced ride, trying to throw this one down as Barry will force him wide. This one's tipped back up to Leaguer. On the backhand, he's trying to find Parmelo as it's dug free by Leaguer. Gets up to Parmelo. He'll fire a shot on O'Brien. Plays it down. Clark on the rebound. He just missed the net on the backhand as he had a golden opportunity there. Just couldn't find it as the backhand shot went wide. Barry tries to get this one out of here. It's kept in. Clark with a tip in front. However, Shane O'Brien over to Sam Frechette. He'll tip this one into the zone. It doesn't go all the way down as he wanted to as Mazzy gets that one free. And Anisimov was right there. He had to tag up or else he would have been offside if he did touch that. Iguza gets it down after he finishes check on Mastrouni. Great hit there. Behind the net is Skians. He looks to set something up as Fletcher almost intercepted that one. No icing. They said Fletcher got a skate on that one as Larson waits behind his own net. He'll dodge off traffic. Get this one on over to Will Fletcher. Fletcher from along the half wall. Skates it up. Nice little pass there to Anisimov. He'll find Joe Clark, who tried to kick it back to his stick. He was unable to as it's along the boards for Lefkoff. Anisimov gets it right back from him as Anisimov seen some time in the North American Hockey League this season as well with the Maine Nordiques. Good little move here by Joe Clark to get it free. He'll fire a shot that got blocked out of the zone. Nick Parmelo gains the red line. He'll dump it in. O'Brien out of his net to slow it down. It's played by Franklin Barry behind his own net. He'll have his head up. He'll stretch a pass off the boards. Intercepted by Parmelo at the red line. Nifty little move there to gain some space. And he did the right thing. He just dumped that one down and waited for numbers. Good move there by the slick skating defenseman Nick Parmelo. Weber from behind his own net. He's trying to clear the puck. As over there is Keller. He'll intercept this one and get it back down low. As this is that Nordiques forecheck that eventually will find a way and a scoring opportunity as you can't get it out of your own end. As Danbury also a very good team on the forecheck as well. As, like I said, Danbury giving the Nordiques some of their only few losses of the season, including one in overtime, which doesn't happen very often for this Nordiques team. Big hit on Watson, defensive side of the blue line, gets it on over to Parmelo. Pass just had a little too much on it. Peyton Hughes takes it away. Hughes with a shot. Great save there by O'Brien. Rebound comes free. It's picked up by Anisimov. He'll get it up to Parmelo. Parmelo on over to Watson. He'll fire a shot. That one got tipped in front and never got to the net. Good play there, collapsing into the slot and blocking the shot. Break out the other end. Donovan Cook on over. Great save by Jason St. Pierre as McEnany found that loose puck and fired a good shot. St. Pierre coming up big there in the crease. Frechette on over to Anisimov. Anisimov finds Peyton Hughes. Hughes will cut this one out in wide to throw to the net. O'Brien with some good rebound control to steer it wide. However, Anisimov with that long reach will control this one. Hughes trying to find it. It ends up going to Iguza as he ended up over-skating the puck. He was skating backwards, couldn't see it. McEnany will throw this one ahead. Iguza with a good stick lift as this no-angle shot will be thrown in by Cope. As Cope found the puck as Iguza was behind him as Cope ended up winning the physical play there. John Mathon throws this one on in. O'Brien slows this one down. Seeger tries to keep it in, unable to. This one has enough on. No, it doesn't have enough on it as the puck was on edge. Iguza right there versus Colby Donovan. As Colby Donovan gets this one behind him, racing on over is Wachowski. Anisimov will lift the stick and get pinned up to the boards as Wachowski and Anisimov dig for it. Anisimov comes on over to Frechette with the shot. That one got blocked wide. Peyton Hughes finds this one. Hughes on over to Frechette with the shot. That one got blocked up high into the protective netting. No, it wasn't. As no whistle. Larson keeps the zone, throws it back down low to Peyton Hughes. He gets this one behind him. Wachowski throws this one on over. That'll line the boards. Paul Meek there gets bodied off the puck by Iguza. Rolls on over to Anisimov. One-time blast here by Peyton Hughes. Saved by O'Brien. It goes behind the net. As Peyton Hughes looking for that one as it's controlled by Sam Frechette. Frechette trying to find Larson off his blue line. Gets tipped wide. Iguza and Frechette on a race back after it. Frechette will be the first one back there. Cope is on his tail, however. As Frechette will gain some space here, trying to throw it up for Larson. Gets tipped into the bench by Weber, and a fake. However, that is looked down at by Colby Donovan, and he blasts this one out of the zone. A minute remaining here on this man advantage for the Nordiques. Nick Parmelo waits behind his own net. He'll spring a pass on over to Watson. Watson gets it up to McMains. McMains will bust on wide on the backhand. He's got some space here, dodging off traffic, throws it behind him for Connor Kennedy. Connor Kennedy with another nice little move on over to Sam Frechette with the shot. Great save there by O'Brien, coming out to challenge Sam Frechette, making the save. Iguza finds this one. He'll dump this one down, trying to find McMains. It's past him. Connor Kennedy now will battle with Franklin Barry as no one's able to find the puck. It goes on over to Watson. He'll try to throw this one on over to McMains. Unable to. Iguza finds this one off the board. On over to Kennedy with a nice little move to Sam Frechette. On over to McMains. McMains will fire a shot. O'Brien found that one. Watson will battle with Weber to the corner as Weber's stick gets caught up in Watson's feet. This one finds Brandon Cope as Cope will fire a shot here. It's taken away by Joe Clark. Clark will find McMains. He spins around at the last moment. He got a piece of that one. First one back there, finding it is Lefkoff. Trying to clear the zone. However, the puck will roll on over Fletcher. Finds Sam Frechette. Frechette throws on the brakes. On the backhand is actually Brandon Cope. Hard in here on the forecheck, giving Frechette some fits. However, Frechette will skate off, and he'll just use the protection of his own. O'Brien slid over, and then Clark never gave up on it and slid it 5-ball. That's a key goal there as the Nordiques are up 2-0. Leaguer kicks this one on over to Clark. Clark will find Kennedy as Kennedy will dump this one down. Shane O'Brien out of his net to slow this one down as Leaguer will pinch the puck along the boards. Goes on over to Peyton Hughes. Hughes will try to find Kennedy. As Kennedy will get tangled up along the boards. He's pushed to the boards by Madzi. As this one goes back on over to Peyton Hughes. He'll try to find Bryce Leaguer. It's just out of his reach. Kept in by Watson. Good keep there. On over to Parmelo with a shot. It's tipped in front, but O'Brien saw that one all the way. It's there off the post. As on the dot will be Masterman. Trying to win that one back is a bit of a stalemate. Larson goes on over to throw that one behind him. Leaguer finding that one, trying to stretch a pass to Clark. Unable to. It's picked up by Madzi. He'll throw that one ahead. Leaguer there to help him out. Trying to throw that one ahead. Unable to. It's picked back up by Masterman. He'll fire a shot. And Jason Watson, he's a 99 birth year. So Watson's kind of Nick Parmelo's mentor in a way, as Parmelo's been learning a lot from Hans Watson. As that has been showing, they've been playing very well on the blue line. Frechette gets this one back down low. Sergei Anisimov looks for this one. He'll throw this one along the boards, finding Sam Frechette. Frechette tries to kick this one back to his stick as he's met up there along the boards by Madzi. It rolls on over to Nick Parmelo. He gets it on over to Hans Watson. He'll cross-ice dump this one in. First one there is Skians. He'll find that one off the kick plate. He'll look up. He'll got to pass on over to Paul Wheat. As finding that one is John Mathon. Good hit there. As this one goes behind the net, St. Pierre kind of forced to hold the post there. As Paul Meek will find that one. He'll throw it back down low to Brandon Cope. Comes back out to Paul Meek. Good blocker save there by St. Pierre as Nick Parmelo races on over. This one's gloved in at the line. Great play there by Anisimov. Anisimov got McMains with him. He'll give it on over to McMains as the pass just got tipped. Great defensive play coming back in his own end by Skians to get what he needed to of that pass to force it to go wide. And a good scoring opportunity goes by the wayside thanks to a good defensive play. As this one's thrown up by Iguza trying to find McMains. He digs that one free. He's got Fletcher with him. Another 2-on-1. McMains on over to Fletcher. He'll fire a shot up. And that one will go in. As Clark wins this one back to Peyton Hughes. On over to Watson. Watson settles it down. He'll fire a shot. That one got tipped as it was played by a high. His right. This face off here, won by Joe Clark. Gets it down low. As this one's played up for Sam Frechette. Frechette goes on over to Watson. Watson stretches a nice pass on over to Clark. Just unable to get it initially. Wachowski on over to pin Sam Frechette up to the boards and get the puck free. This one's found by Weber. Weber will drop one off. Shot it there by Cope. St. Pierre got a good piece of it with his glove, and it goes wide behind the net off the glass. This one's found by Watson. Watson with a nice little move here. He'll gain the blue line, drops it off for Peyton Hughes as it ends up being an offside. Frechette will find that one. He'll throw it past, just goes ahead of him. Kennedy on over with a nice little hit. He'll free the puck up for Iguza. As Danbury's penalty kill is successful, they will go to the power play for a minute. A minute exactly remaining, as this one's dumped all the way down there by Connor Kennedy. O'Brien out of his net to slow it down and allow the Nordiques and Colonials to go for a line change. As Danbury will look to set up their power play breakout here as they get into the zone quite easily. Misha Marchard on the backhand as Jason St. Pierre found that one. Rebound picked up, no one's able to find it. It goes in. Misha Marchard. He'll score off against Nate Masterny. Masterny with this one on over. Anisimov trying to take that one away as they throw it up for Peyton Hughes. As Anisimov finds that one, it's controlled by Masterny and then picked up off by Anisimov once again. Throws this one on over to Mathon. He'll dump this one down. O'Brien out to slow this one down, but Peyton Hughes will take the body as he'll battle down low with Wachowski. Trying to throw this one back on over to Mathon. Unable to. Anisimov saw that one, unable to stick it down. It goes on over to Sam Frechette. Spin, fires a shot off the boards and finds Anisimov. Goes on over to Mathon. Mathon finds this one. He'll fire a shot. Good save there by O'Brien. Good rebound control as well as he steered that one to the corner. Masterny finds this one along the boards. They get this one on out to Cope. Puck comes loose and it goes on over to Mathon. He gets this one out ahead. Peyton Hughes will fire a blast, and that is a great save there. Positioning, but hopefully he won't be too tired on this face-off, as a face-off win here by McEnany. Got this one ahead back to himself. McBain's on over, throwing this one up to Fletcher as Brandon Cope's on over there to take the body. Seager will get knocked down here as he's in a race for a puck after Skians. As this one's controlled here, defensive side of the blue line. Good little jump deep there. It's thrown in to gain some space. As getting it down low is Cope. Iguza first one there, however. Throws it on over to Fletcher. He'll tip this one on over to McMains. McMains tries to settle it down. Puck was on edge. Gains control of it as he looked to go on over to Kennedy, who's in the mix of the line change. Leaguer will stick this one down. Kennedy coming off the bench will find it. Goes on over to Iguza. Iguza with his head up. He'll find Leaguer. He'll tip this one into the zone. O'Brien out of his net to slow this one down as he'll whisk this one on ahead. It's controlled, however, by Clark trying to find Leaguer. Unable to as this one gets taken away. As Danbury looks to go the other way. Nice little move here thrown on by McEnany. He'll skate on wide. Kennedy forces him wide as he'll dump that one down. Parmelo first one there. He'll stretch a pass on over to Leaguer. Leaguer with a nifty little move back to the defender. Throws this one back off the glass, trying to find Clark. As this one's kept in the zone. Rolls to Parmelo. Parmelo on the backhand. McMain's looking for that one. He'll take it away as he went into the slot, unable to get anything off. Larson skates into the zone to hold the line. Good hold there by Tyler Larson. Flipped up high. And face off here. One cleaned back by Clark. On over to Parmelo. He'll fire a shot. That one goes wide. As it went off the kick plate, O'Brien was forced to steer that one aside. Kennedy will find that one. Goes out into the slot as Leaguer was there. Unable to tip anything on net, however. Clark will find this one on the backhand. Goes down to Kennedy. Thatcher takes a weird hop off the boards. Kennedy looking for that one once again. Unable to. Paul Meek in the lane there as Frechette throws this one ahead to Bryce Leaguer. Finding it is Kennedy. Kennedy with a nice little move there. He'll spin. He'll try to gain some space as he had his back to the defender. Nick Parmelo with the great play there as Paul Meek had his step. He was in behind the red line for a breakaway, but a great play by Nick Parmelo, defenseman, to prevent that one. Parmelo gloves that one down. He's going to pass it on up to Bryce Leaguer as he got hit off the puck. Other way, Brandon Cope with the shot. Great save there by St. Pierre. Rebound picked up. Donovan fires that one wide. Kennedy finds that one along the boards, and boarding call here on Mass. The referee doesn't give it to him. Face off at center ice. Weber and McBain's on the dot. As Weber will control this one, he got a stick lifted and dump this one down. As Iguza will be the first one there. Get this off the boards, throws it up to McBain's on the backhand, trying to find Kennedy as he got pinned up along the boards by Lefkoff. This is going to throw back in Larson. As Larson on the backhand, nice little fake there to gain some space. Throws it up to Leaguer. Leaguer will tap this one ahead of himself and hopes to get it back. He'll tip it on over to Connor Kennedy. Unable to gain a hold of that one. Good play there by Barry as Brian will hang on to this. That center ice taking this one against Dylan Weber as Clark wins this one cleanly back on over to Sam Frechette. Frechette controls this on over to Nick Parmelo. Finds Clark, he'll tip this one into the zone. Peyton Hughes, the first one there, he'll throw on the brakes and waits for numbers. Up to Nick Parmelo. Parmelo will wait, he'll fire a shot through traffic. O'Brien got that one with the pad as this one pops back up to Parmelo. Throws it on over to Peyton Hughes. Good play there to go to past Dylan Weber, who's trying to pick his pocket. Weber eventually gets out and throws it on over for Cope. However, Sam Frechette is right there to get it right back. Frechette dodging off Cope will throw it down to Nick Parmelo. He'll lose the puck for a second. I don't know if he tried to do that intentionally or not, but it'll create some space, and he'll look to regain this Nordiques power play breakout as they got a minute and 15 seconds left to go here on this power play. As he gets it up to Peyton Hughes, he'll get it on over to Clark. Clark with a nice little move. He'll fire a shot, and O'Brien made unable to gain control of it on a stick, however, as McMains tries to break this one wide. It goes back down low to Iguza, goes on over to Larson, tries to throw it up for Peyton Hughes as he'll be battled along to the boards by Lefkoff. Lefkoff gets this on over to Cope. Cope will throw on the brakes and wait behind his own net. Cope will gain some momentum. Hughes on his tail, however, as he takes a whack at it. Cope is unfazed as he got a little bit of space here on the backhand. Iguza will be going to the box here for against Brandon Cope. As Leaguer wins this one cleanly back to Nick Parmelo. Sam Frechette gets in the mix. Actually, first one there will be Weber. He'll get this one on up to Wachowski. Gets this one on over as this one is slowed down by Lefkoff. He'll fire a shot. Great save there by St. Pierre. Rebound is picked up by Parmelo. He'll dump this one down. That's actually excellent timing. Kyle McEnany comes out of the box to get it on the back end. He's forced wide by Parmelo. He'll tip this one ahead to himself. Good little play there. Gives it on over to Brandon Cope. Cope will slow this one down at center ice. He'll drop this one on off for McEnany. McEnany will fire shot through traffic. St. Pierre with their save. Rebound picked up in front, and they score. Danbury strikes on the... Still a 2-goal lead for the Nordiques, however. Against Donovan on the dot as Anisimov tries to win this one ahead to himself. Unable to as McEnany throws this one behind him. It's on over from Lefkoff. He throws it back up to McEnany. Good play there by Kennedy. Is slowing down a little bit. Cope will find this one. Nice little move there to gain some space. Throws it on over for Lefkoff. Lefkoff slows this one down. Gets it on over for McEnany with a shot tipped in front, but St. Pierre steers it aside. Anisimov trying to find that one. He got tied up. Trying to go down to Nick Parmelo. It's kicked back up to Anisimov, but it's controlled there by Donovan. He'll get run over, and they score! Face off a little bit of a delay here. Clark will win this one cleanly back to Parmelo, on over to Frechette. Stretches a pass on over to Connor Kennedy with a nice little move. However, that's a great hit there by Wachowski to knock him off the puck and prevent that nice little deke. It rolls on over to Frechette, throws it on over to Parmelo. Parmelo, good pass on over to Clark along the boards. It's taken away thanks to Donovan's hit. Parmelo will meet along the center ice there with Westendorf. And go on over to Kennedy on the backhand, trying to find Clark as he'll race into the zone. Positioning here is Lefkoff. However, Clark would not be denied. He lifted his stick. Lefkoff gets it right back, however. Under Lefkoff, skating up the boards on the backhand as he tried to get that one in front of him and hit a piece of the linesman, and it'll work out for the Nordiques as Leaguer will pin him up to the boards with Westendorf. Goes on over to Clark as he gains control. This one trying to find Parmelo as that seam was unable to be threaded. Wachowski trying to get this one out of the zone. Leaguer got a piece of this one. Penalty coming up against the Nordiques. It will be for a high stick. I'm up here with Colby Donovan. In McDonald's right as stalemate here on the dot. Anisimov goes on over. He looked up and just dumped it down. O'Brien out of his net to slow this one down for McEnany. McEnany will gain that one, and he'll wait to begin this power play breakout. Once again, Peyton Hughes tips that one all over. O'Brien with the save. It's behind him and it's not in, however. And the puck comes free. That one was almost dangerous as Peyton Hughes tried to catch O'Brien napping. However, O'Brien got a piece of it with this pad and it ended up going behind him. Great play, however, from Cope to keep it out of the net, as that one was almost dangerous. Skating on over to the zone, Madzi. Throw pass on over, comes up to the point. Faking a shot, here's McEnany on over, one time for Donovan. He fanned on that one and it'll go all the way back down. Nordiques will hustle on over for a line change. First one back there is McEnany. He'll gain control of this one. McMains will look to pick that one off as he got a piece of it. That'll roll on up to left top. They'll get that back down low to McAnee. It'll be played by Iguza, trying to throw this one up on the back end of McMains. Goes over his head. McMains will be the first one there, trying to wrap around, unable to. O'Brien with a big pad save there. This one is controlled here by Cope. He'll get this one on over. Busting in the wing here and firing a shot. McDonald with the save. Rebound opportunity, unable to. As a pass goes out into the slot, it got blocked. Digging along the boards here and trying to find out when it was Weber. He's in battle with Larson, as now Larson will force Donovan to the outside. Iguza will join him. Goes back on over to Weber. So Weber gets it back on over to Donovan. He'll try to get this one up to the point for McAnee. McAnee will dump this one down. However, a hit off of McMains. This one will be dumped all the way down, and that is a clear dump there. Good move and a good heads up to just dump it down, as that was key. 10 seconds remaining here on Danbury's power play, as Kennedy will race after this one, trying to find it against Cope, as Cope will cut on wide and dump it down, as O'Brien will signal the end of the power play for the Colonials. That is a key penalty kill there for the Nordiques. Getting this one at the point and firing a shot up. Here is Hill. It'll go on over to Bryce Leaguer out of the box. Nice little move. He couldn't get the shot away. That is a great back check there by Lefkoff. He last on over to Sam Frechette on a cross-ice tip. Frechette on over to Clark. Clark with his head up, just out of the reach of Connor Kennedy. First one there will be Skians, throwing this one off the board. Parmelo, he finds this one on over to Frechette, trying to find Leaguer, as the pass got almost intercepted as it just got tipped, but Leaguer just stood right where he was and picked it back up once again. Clark finds this one after Leaguer gets tied up along the boards. Frechette will keep this one in off the glass. Leaguer will be the first one there. He'll be met by Skians, as Skians with a nice little move to dig at it and get it free. It was in between Leaguer's legs. Skating it after here is Cope against Parmelo. The rookie, Nick Parmelo, uses his speed to gain that one as Cope was on him. As that was a good race for the puck, but Nick Parmelo really turned on the Jets. Sam Frechette finds this one on the backhand. It'll go on over to Nick Parmelo. Parmelo with his head up, trying to get it on over to Joe Clark, as Parmelo falling down and get a pass on over to Frechette. Leaguer finds this one ahead of him, and an unlucky on the dot versus Colby Donovan. And Donovan wins this one on over, taken away by McMains. Mains has got some room. O'Brien with the pad save. As McAnee versus McMains on the dot. McMains with a good win there, as McAnee lost his stick, calling for another one off the bench. Lefkoff finding this one as defensive end. Seeger trying to take that one away. Pops up to Iguza with a good wrister there. O'Brien out of his net to slow that one down. Takes another weird hop off the stanchion. No harm, no foul. Just something interesting to note. As skating up the wing here is McAnee. Slows this one down. He played that one on back to Barry. As this one gets tipped into the zone. Larson, first one there. He'll throw in the nice little move as Donovan will finish his check on him. Kept in here by Franklin Barry. Barry with the shot. That one got tipped. It goes wide. Iguza trying to find Anisimov. He does successfully. Sergei Anisimov gets this one on over to John Mathon. He goes on over to Peyton Hughes with some space. Hughes tries to get it on over to Anisimov. Unable to. Good defensive play there by Lefkoff to block that one. That's the second good opportunity. Lefkoff is stopped. O'Brien sticks that one aside. Good hard rebound there off the glass. Goes right to McAnee as Iguza will fire a shot. Mathon will get this one. Mathon will throw that one to the net. Picked up by Anisimov. Just nudged off the puck there. As Iguza will find that one. Nice little move trying to go back. Unable to get it back to Anisimov. Finding that one here is McAnee. He will gain the red line, dump it down, and go for the change. First one, nice little move, but it's tipped wide by Kennedy. Picking this one up is Colby Donovan. Will be forced along the wing, and it is taken away. Clark finds the loose puck on over to Leaguer. He got a piece of that one as Nick Parmelo was in a race back. Parker left to go here in the third. As this one's won cleanly back here by Donovan, but however it's intercepted by Connor Kennedy. He'll throw this one ahead, trying to find Bryce Leaguer, as Bryce Leaguer will trying to win the icing race on the top versus McAnee. As McAnee wins this one cleanly back. Cope gets this one down, is taken away by Sam Frechette. Frechette with a nice little move there, however it's taken away, and Brogan McDonald is forced to make the no angle is left. Hughes this one cleanly back to Iguza to get this one off the glass when it's tipped up at him. As as McEnany wins this one clean back and hits a piece of the linesman, and it's dumped all the way down. Barry races on over. Bryce Leaguer looking to take it away. However, Barry fires a pass on over. Kennedy with the glove down on that one and rolls back to Iguza. Iguza on over to Larson, back to Iguza with his head up, trying to find Kennedy. Unable to. Madsey takes that one away. Kennedy lifts his stick. Kennedy controls this one behind Dan Barry's net. On over to Joe Clark with the shot, and they score!